the slowest, most sustainable route is always going to be the fastest route when it comes to weight loss. And the thing is that people don't get what I mean when I say this, but my client, he broke my record for like my program. He's down 76 pounds. He's closing in on 80, 90, 100 pounds. And we haven't even worked together for 6 months. So super insane, crazy results. But the reason I truly believe that he's gotten such good results is because he understands that you have to fit in the foods that you genuinely love and enjoy, like weekly, sometimes daily, especially if you're a bigger guy. Let's say you're 300 pounds or even bigger, right? You can get away with it even more than someone who's just trying to lose the last 15, 20 pounds. And so your calorie deficit number is gonna be so much higher that you're gonna be able to fit in foods that you love daily if you really wanted to. Like, say you love Pizza Hut, it's not the best calorie to protein ratio by any means. It's literally high calorie, not a lot of protein. Like, usually you want to avoid those foods, but if you genuinely love that's your favorite food, fit in weekly, or try fit in even more than once weekly, because that's what's going to get you the results long term. And it's like, people think, I don't know if it's because they still think that you can't eat certain foods or like they affect your weight loss. Like, I remember I used to believe that you can't eat junk food at all during weight loss or else you would just gain weight, but obviously that's not true. That's been debunked forever ago. And so it's really just about fitting in, the foods that you genuinely enjoy. Like, this guy's always going out and eating at like Mexican restaurants, and he loves like eating these certain foods. And to me, like, that's why he's actually, locked in and gone so far. And I noticed the same thing with another client of mine, Isaiah. He's absolutely crushing it. This guy's down, I believe, almost 50 pounds. So we actually worked together over a year ago, and he had to take time off. So he lost 34 pounds with me, and he had to take some time off. Sometimes if we're mentally not in it, it's best to just pause the program rather than waste it, right? So instead of wasting the program, we just paused it so that we could pick up when he's ready. And I reached out to him earlier in the year, and he was, grateful that I reached out to him. We ran it back. He went back to the program, and now, so he had actually gained a lot of that weight back. Now he's down an extra, 40, I think he's at 46 pounds down right now. And the thing that clicked for him is that that was the hardest thing for him, is he was all about extreme. Like, he would get so motivated and ramped up, and he would, eat only clean. He would work out 6 days a week. He's crushing these steps, doing the Stairmasters, doing all the most, right? And like, yeah, it's all right. Sometimes when you're feeling really, really locked in, if you want to go for that and, kind of be a little extra motivated, extra locked in, maybe be a little extreme with it. It's okay in the beginning, but long term, I told him, I go, motivation isn't the reason you got these results. It's because you showed up every day when you didn't want to. The boring consistency, that's what really matters. And the another thing too is not making it such a big deal when you go over your calories or you don't eat good for a day. You just reset. The whole thing is about failing, and then you get a new try every day with your diet. Every day you get a new try. And so the fact that you're attempting to diet you're already way ahead of everyone else. And so you have to remember, like, it's not like I'm failing. It's just like in the gym, when you're going till failure, you're lifting weights, you actually want to go until you can't complete a rep. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually good for the muscle to grow. Same exact thing with growth in anything. You have to fail. You have to suck at something in the beginning to get good at it. And so it's like, you have to shift your perspective, and you almost have to have like that urgency of like, I want this weight loss so bad. I want it. It's a priority. Like, I want it now, but also have the patience to know that it could take 6 months. It could take a year. But what's a year in the long scope of things? If you look at your entire life, what's a year? What's 2 years? If you're really dedicated, you should be like, you know what? Even if I don't see progress for a year straight, I'm going to keep going, keep trying. And then finally something will click, and I'm going to be, at this goal weight that I've always want to be at. Because think of the benefits. The benefits are endless, being, in shape. And for me, I work with older clients. So for them, it's just having more energy for their kids, right? It's being able to, feel good in their own skin. It's being able to wear clothes they never thought they could wear before, or be shirtless in public at places and feel normal, or to be a good role model for their children, or maybe just their family members if they don't have any kids yet. And so it's like, there's so many benefits as to why you would want to lose weight. And you can't just be the guy who, oh, I've just been overweight. That's just me. That's just who I am. It's like, you can't just accept that as your reality, because the thing is like, if you just accept that as who you are, as your identity, just the fat person, that's who you've always been, then it will never click for you. And so you have to just change that. You have to change that way of thinking of like, this is just who I am. And you gotta realize, ask yourself, genuinely, what do you want? Don't think about what other people try to trap you in. I'm saying, what do you genuinely want? Write it down. Write down what you genuinely want and get delusional with it. Get creative. Have fun with literally writing out what you wish your dream life looked like. And I guarantee if you wrote that out, you would not say I'm 300 pounds and blah, blah, blah. I'm happy and I'm fat. It's such a stupid way of thinking. I've seen someone like Paddy Pimblett. He's a UFC fighter. He always gets really, really big after his fights, right? So he cuts weight and then he balloons up. And he goes, I'd rather be fat and happy than skinny and miserable. But that's not the truth. The thing is he's just not doing it right. You can be so happy and fulfilled. It's not happy, it's more fulfilled. Happy, same thing with motivation, it doesn't last, right? But fulfilled, and that's what you want. Being able to be fulfilled, that's, to me, the feeling is like you're at here. You don't know what it's like. Like, it could be so much better, but you just think, it's almost like someone who says, I don't want to get rich because it's evil. It's like, that's a cop-out. That's literally you coping. You just need to reset these weird narratives. It's like, if you do it correctly, okay, if I asked you, would you want to be in, you could pick a weight that you want to be at. You could just drop that right there. Boom. You could drop 50 pounds if all you got to do is snap your fingers. But you're able to eat the foods that you love. You don't have to restrict anything. You just walk daily. You work out 2 to 3 times per week. Would you be willing to do that? Would you be willing to sacrifice that to get to your weight loss goals and to be healthier and happier? And most people would say yes, but they don't understand that that's what it could look like. They think it has to be 6 days a week training. There has to be running, cardio. It has to be, prison slot food. It has to be, only vegetables and fish and boring meal prep, right? That's what they think. They think you have to cook and take 3 hours to make these foods and all these things. They think it's an entire identity change in the wrong way. But in reality, the way I believe is that it should just amplify your life. It should amplify your life, and it should just boost, you in all other aspects, other areas. And that's what it's done for me, and that's what it's done for my clients. But if you have the wrong approach, of course it's gonna, make you miserable. But again, the longest or the fastest route is always gonna be the longest, most sustainable. And so just please remember that when you're trying to lose weight. I haven't been posting for a while, but now I'm back at it, and I'm getting in the flow of things, and I really do enjoy making these videos. So please comment if you guys have questions or you want to know certain things from me, because the truth is I'm 22 years old. I don't know everything, right? But what I do know is weight loss. I truly am an expert in this field. I've been doing it for over 3 years. I have all the client results to prove. I tallied it up the other day. It's like over 400 pounds combined that I've helped people lose. So this isn't like I'm just some kid and I don't know what I'm talking about. I really truly know what I'm talking about with weight loss, and I know a good amount of talking about the mental aspect of things, how to change your identity, how to level up, personal development and growth in general. I'm still learning on those things, and I'm still always expanding, being a student of the game. But when it comes to weight loss, that really is what I thrive in and what I know about. So please just let me know if there's any things you want me to discuss next.